Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lost Odyssey. I'm Mysterious JG. All that talk about the Moon Kingdom future, where Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask are like the dictatorial rulers of the Earth, is making me realize that I shouldn't even be playing this. If I only had the voice acting skill, I should be playing Sailor Moon Another Story. That's the that's the JRPG that has the real best writing. Um, I randomly came across again because I had a little mini Sailor Moon kick. Like it was like 2 weeks ago. I just uh, was really nostalgic for a bunch of Sailor Moon crap because I used to watch it in the '90s. And I get no, it's probably the odds. I think it was the odds. But either way, no. So like I ended up sitting through a video somebody put together, and it was kind of cute. Uh, that they had put together comparing all these different Sailor Moon video games, and they spent less time than I would have expected on Another Story. They talked like individually about different like fucking puzzle games, like remake of the same puzzle game but for a different system, and they would get as much covered as Sailor Moon Another Story, which is actually pretty long and involved Sailor Moon JRPG, which for obvious reasons did not get a an actual professional English language release. Um, but they reminded me of something I hadn't thought about in a long time, which was like, oh, if you do play, make sure you play one of the cracked versions where they go in and change Sailor Mercury's section, because there is a section where Sailor Mercury, cause like every the main characters, there's a section where they travel someplace and you play just as them as the main for a kind of a brief, self-contained little bit of story. Um, and at the end of each of their stories, they fight an evil version of themselves. Because that game, I do not remember the story in detail. I just remember that there were evil versions of the Sailor Scouts. And the Mercury boss fight was fucking impossible because Sailor Mercury is not supposed to be able to do any fucking damage in that game. But there's a section where she's the only person you play as. So like years later, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was a fucking nightmare. Like playing that on an emulator, you had to save scum because like you had to get critical hits on every turn and evade all the time, or it was impossible to win. And it was early in the game. It wasn't meant to be as hard as it was. They just really fucked up the game balance for that. So, pleasant memories. But that's not the game we're playing today. Perhaps someday. And maybe even in this game, we'll get lucky and eventually come across characters as compelling and interesting as the Oppositio Senshi, as I was reminded they were called from this video I watched about those games. Today, however, we're stuck playing Lost Odyssey, which just doesn't have that level of storytelling, but it's pretty good nonetheless. So here we are in the city of Numara. Riding on the city of Numara. Sorry, I don't remember the next line in the song I wanted to sing. Good morning, Ura, how are you? Oh, don't you know me? I'm your eternal son. I do not have any of my memories, but when I do, they're always about depressing child death. Rare soldier Sunas. Oh, rude soldier Sunas. What, you lost something? I'm busy here. You ask somebody else. Well, it's like the time I got lost as a tourist in Japan, and I asked a Japanese cop for help, and he pretended he didn't even like say in Japanese I don't speak English. He just kept pretending he couldn't hear me. It was unfucking believable. Actually, I will never forget that experience. All right, that's enough of a break. Back to work. When I'm tired, walking down this path helps me recharge my batteries. This guy's rich. He's made of Corinthian leather. I heard all about you guys. Welcome to the city of Numara. I heard about you. You have nothing in particular to say about you, though. It was weird that you just, like, snuck up on me like that, okay? It's a magic monitor. Ah, you guys must be travelers, so I'd recommend the inn over there for you, then. Anyway, so hug the east wall as soon as you enter and examine the plans for the key seat. This might be, yeah, this could be, with all the camera switches, this could be a pretty tricky place to find everything. This apple is actually a seed. Probe 2 pots near northwest stand for 10 Gangstas Aqua Bomb. There's 10 Gangstas, and over here must be Aqua Bomb. Talk to lonely Choo Choo along the east edge of the screen. Alright, lonely choo-choo. None of you people appear to be trains, but you are not a generic soldier model. This is relaxing effort. Some people are see found in the middle of the town is excessive. Me, I happen to like it. Lends an air of affluence to the city. Why would it be excessive? What do you want? I'm not here to strike a conversation with you. Okay, jeez. Soldiers are mean. What do you want? Quit bothering me. Yeah, the soldiers are jerks in this city. Like, collectively, as a faction, I guess we are not supposed to like the military of this place. She sees more and more building equipped with magical engines. It's getting very hard to stay tomorrow. None of this would have happened to Queen Ming. Could only use the power she has at hand. You're just hanging out in the fountain. Thought up a good luck ritual. You throw a coin over your shoulder and into the fountain to make your wishes come true. What do you think? That's amazing. But I was walking next to the palace and the soldier chased me away. This guy's weak-willed. He should continue walking next to the palace even as soldiers threaten him with violence. Curious Quenta. Hey, you see that sparkly thing over there? You know what it is? We're not even being allowed to respond to any of these people. He's a violent soldier. Don't cause the trouble he's taking us in. Okay. This guy's like a no-limit soldier. Oh, east edge of the screen. My bad. He's got us changing cardinal directions all the time here. You're a carefree slummus. The wind from the canal is so cool and refreshing. It's perfect for my afternoon nap. Actually, I think I'm going to take a nap after I record another video. I'm going to finish this video, record one more video, then I'm looking at a nap. It is Labor Day as I record this. That is a great day for napping. We got a seed. Oh, I think this is the person then, because that was supposed to be near to where she is. Lonely Choo Choo is a cat girl, or she is in a costume. What is it? Are my ears that weird looking? Well, it's the rest of your face, too. Not really. Okay, you're supposed to be nice to her and say not really. Really? So why did you talk to me then? Want to play with me? Now you have to say sure. Okay, then let's play tag. I'll run off and you try to catch me. Yes, she is. It's sad that this character is lonely, but I guess it's not that surprising if she's a whole non-human girl in a human world. Well, you got me, and then you clicked faster than you meant to. Well, it's still fun, so whatever. You can have this. I found another road. Pretty, don't you think? Slot seat obtained. Bye-bye. Let's play again real soon. And she warps back up to her old location. No, she doesn't. She disappears. Well, now I want to know what would have happened if I had been mean to her, but not enough to actually load the game. Because the slot seat is actually a prize worth getting. And I think I'm going to officially stop giving slot seeds to Kame and Seth for a while, because I don't remember the exact sequence of events in this story. But I've spoiled for you that Ming is a immortal character, and I think you sharp-eyed viewers will have been paying attention when we had our save slot with clear game data that we had quite a few new characters, and one of them was in fact Ming. We will be. I know Ming is a character that's meant to be sympathetic, and we're meant to like her and not like the people who are against her, because she will in fact be a member of our party. This guy's a monster enthusiast. Here's the Crimson Forest outside our town is home to certain rare monsters. Everyone says it's good luck to run into one. It's good luck because you will then be murdered. What could be more lucky? Now enter the inn. Okay. I think this is the... Oh, wait, no, that other... To the north was probably the inn. This is not the inn. I'm going to say this is... You know, you have... certain fantasy cities that are presented as being really like beautiful, idyllic places to live. This seems like it would be a nicer place to live than Ura, which we've already been introduced to. Alright, so we are now in the inn. You can rest here, though why pay 150 gangstas for it? Probe the pot in the lobby for Angel's Plume. Well, there's all sorts of flowers to examine. I guess this is the pot. Okay. Glowing plants. I think it's a plant. So there's 2 different key seeds, and then an anti-paralysis herb. Anti-paralysis herb garlic. It will be nice when we find our next thing we can turn in seeds for, because I think we'll have enough for another reward. But yeah, they weren't going out of their way to hide the fact that there's items to interact with in these. Although, I managed to not hit the trigger correctly for this one. Alright, there's nothing else to be found in this room, so we can just talk to people. I hate it when I can't close a deal like this. Things just drag on and on. This inn isn't free, you know. Yeah, I see what you mean about being bored. Hey, I'm just recording this series. I don't have to watch it. When you've become as experienced as I am, you can find out everything you need to know about a hotel just by sitting in the lobby. For example, this hotel doesn't kick people out for sitting around in the lobby. Welcome to the inn. Please let us know if there's anything you need. Everything in the inn is free, so feel free to take whatever you want. This is not a sustainable business model. Welcome. Please sign the guest book if you wish to spend the night. Nope. Hey there. Is your first time in town, too? It's a pretty comfy place. Elegant, too. Just like this inn. Alright, so... there's 4 different pots. Healing herb. There should be some whetstones, 100 Gs, and waterfall clusters. Can't talk to anybody until I found all the pots. Sorry. Severed hand down there. The ascension whetstone. I'm sorry. 6 whetstones. Okay. Gangstas. And waterfall cluster. And there's different rooms. We should be able to get a ground bomb, a mint powder, some gold, guardian ore, sticky tape, mint powder, mana capsules. So it all looks like it's just in pots. None of it looks like it's really essential. I don't want to miss seeds or slot seeds. We need to leave soon. What is my wife doing? It's going to get dark if we don't get along. Kid, we all just get along. Kid, do you have a shirt that you could put on? That's probably fixing her makeup again. She was still looking for her lipstick when I checked on her. Wait, what was that kid's name? Boy who... what? Wait, it looks like his father Tap. Okay, good. I thought I saw something about boy who does not look like his father. And I was like, what is the backstory on this that you're giving us, Lost Odyssey? Hey, check it out. There's a bong. Oh, it's probably supposed to be a candle. Mana capsule. Is that a permanent, or is that just a stupid MP item that I'm way overreacting to? Yeah, it's just, restores MP. I don't think there's a quest where we're supposed to be locating that lady's lipstick. Another hidden item here. Can we uncover the secret? Seed. Wait, did I? Yeah, there's a key seed. I was just reading through quickly and didn't notice. Glad they kind of marked that one and made it pretty hard to miss. Yeah, see, I thought sometimes you could open these. Can I please open it? Ground bomb. Double check this one again now, because I'm... Yeah. Mint powder. Now there's... I thought there was like 6 rooms. There's only 4, so... It's starting to look like every room has 2 treasures. One in here. Everything in this inn is free. Feel free to take it, and that includes money from other people's drawers. There should be some more mint powder. I think that's the most valuable treasure that's left. Because I wasn't paying attention to realizing that one of the all-important seeds is here. Maybe we'll find the lipstick over here. Five sticky tapes? Could that be lip sticky takes? Girl who looks like her mother, Kaylin. Dad and brother went on ahead. They hate packing up everything. Everyone make sure you don't leave everything behind, okay? Ooh, everything getting squared away. Leaving a hotel is harder than it looks. Also, my lipstick! It's a sweet little family drama going on in the background. You know, a game I got for, I think it was for Xbox 360 that I never finished. It seemed like a fun idea, but I didn't enjoy the main combat mechanics too much, was an RPG called Summoner. And I remember that it's one that I've always kind of intended to go check out and finish someday. It might have been for PS2, actually. It's not very highly reviewed. It's not very well remembered. But I remember I only got far enough to meet the main protagonist and like the first party member he encounters, who's this kind of female thief who's a little bit... she's sort of the roguish one, and she's got some kind of... She busts his balls a little bit in the dialogue. I remember one very specific sequence where she's supposed to be sneaking. Like, they're trapped someplace, and she's going to sneak and get them away to escape, and... He gets little bits of dialogue. Like, if you fail, like, he says, "Are you sure this is going to work?" And she goes, shut up, shut up. It's kind of cute. But it introduced a mechanic I'd never seen before where NPCs that had something to say about the story would have a little icon floating over their heads. And it was, like, gold-colored, I think. And then NPCs that had dialogue that wouldn't advance the stories had gray icons over their heads. And what it did was, it was the first time I remember playing through an RPG and not talking to everyone. Because I didn't talk to people that the game didn't tell me I was supposed to talk to. And I also remember it being one of the very first RPGs I played where I felt no connection whatsoever to the world. It was a good idea in theory that just really took out, like... I don't know, now as an older player, I go back and I kind of make fun at the silly, like, little NPC side dialogue. And there's obviously much more of it than there was in the game. Like, when I was a kid and you would go into the town of Provoca, and there would be, like, 6 or 7 people in the town. And it took you no time at all to talk to all of them. But somehow, like, I love these little moments of, like, oh, here's a, you know... It's super basic, but just a little, like, oh, there's a family staying at this inn, and the girl is hanging around with her mother, and the mother is just like, oh, fussing and can't get on the road, and the father and the son are like, oh god, we're never going to get out of here. And it's adorable, even if it's not necessarily particularly well written or translated. Aloof Nelia. There's some strange folks gathered around in the street. They're like artists or something? Oh, there's that little girl again. Oh, by the way, I came over here without even finding out if this is where I'm supposed to go. So we are supposed to go east. We are now on the main street. Keep going past west the cross and you'll bump into Choo Choo again. So I guess we're supposed to keep playing with her. And you can see the works of almost all the American artists if you go to that salon over there. I know this is stupid now, but since it appears that Choo Choo is a recurring thing that we play games and get rewards. And also, we're in a very safe point in the game right now. Like, at some point, we're going to advance to a scene, and we're going to advance far enough that a scene plays, and Numerian military goes against Queen Ming's orders and starts a war, and I'm sure things will kick off and get exciting at that point. But for now, it's like, well, we've gotten away from Gongora, and we're just hanging around in a city that is not under his evil power, and it's nice. So I want to save, and now I really am going to do the thing I just said a few minutes ago I wasn't going to bother to do, which is like, let's load the game and be mean to the little girl and see if it does anything. And I kind of imagine it doesn't. This is one of those games that makes it a pain in the ass to load. We have to go to continue, and then we have to pick this, and then we have to load, not load saved game. Because if we load save game, obviously that loads the last saved game. Instead we have to load, which clearly would not load this last saved game. It makes sense. It makes sense. Are you over there thinking it doesn't make sense? Stop it! Okay. Oh, and did you go and add that thing to the wiki that I told you to add about that surprise soldier? I sure hope so. Anyway. And add information while you're in there. I'm gonna get people in so much trouble with the Lost Odyssey wiki. While you're in there adding that character information, also go in and add information on Split Infinity's relative hotness levels for Seth and Ming. There's another female immortal coming who is going to be ranked not as hot as Ming, although I'm not clear on the ranking of this other immortal and Seth. But pretty sure she's third of 3 with the ladies, because I don't think there's ever a version of this fact that's named after her. So Split Infinity also wrote really detailed facts for Final Fantasy X-2, which I think the final version was called Hot Riku Edition. What is that? My ears that weird looking? They sure are. Well, so what? My moms and dads are like this too. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If I leave the screen and come back? Or have I broken it forever that I can never get the full rewards of this game? What did she even give us for chasing her down? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll see it in a moment. Unless she just says, leave me alone again. Not really. Really? So why'd you talk to me then? Want to play with me? Not really. Oh, that's no fun. Alright. Well, you got me. That's weird. I thought it'd be a lot faster than you. Well, sure was fun. So whatever. Here you are. And Slotsy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose that. So now we'll check see real quick if there's optional dialogue here, or if we got through the correct choices once and are forever locked into playing hide and seek games with this kid. First, I gotta get a seed that I'll then lose. Does it want to play with me again? Not really. No, you're no fun. Okay. That's the... So we've seen the incredible dialogue that comes of not immediately playing with this girl. So her parents do have cat ears. She's not just a mutant born of like normal humans who, I don't know, were smoking or whatever. So I guess there's some kind of cat ethnic group that is like a minority in the human-controlled areas. Not totally sure on this one. The nice thing about this little stretch of game, though, is it does seem like we kind of have free roam in this city, for now at least. So I should be able to get to the end of a video and want to save and be able to just save. And honestly, as I say that, we've had a couple of episodes go long, so even though we're a little on the short side here, let's go ahead and call it a video. And when we come back next time, if you're not that excited by these videos, but you're enjoying the series overall, I got a strong feeling that we're going to spend another 30-minute video dicking around in town, talking to side characters, and getting random seeds and shit. Might be a minute before the plot advances. So, if you're up for more of that and playing hide-and-go-seek with, like, the little cat-eared girl, then see you next time. And if not, just pay attention to those video descriptions. I'm sure that Gongora and General Kakarot, or whatever his name is, I'm sure they'll be engaging in a bloody war soon enough. Bye-bye.